Hi, Cherie Hanson here. Boy, I really screwed up yesterday's video. I was waiting for an important call and decided to shoot the video, and while I'm shooting it, the call comes through, and I just suddenly walked away from you. Very rude of me. Please forgive me. I'm going to talk today about the energy change that we're all experiencing. If you think in terms of metaphors, it's like we've been kayaking down a river with the shadows over us of the cliffs, and in this place of what can I do? I can only do the next stroke. I can only pull one side and then the other and keep myself balanced. And what has broken through now is, it's like you've decided to renovate your house, the house of your spirit. You've decided that you are more than you were before. And I had such a good time yesterday. I found the band Cake again after my divorce, when my world fell in. I spent the 2 or 3 years listening to Cake repeatedly, because that droll, unexcited, quirky, sarcastic look at life and culture just spoke to me. And when you find someone who sees things the same way you do, it's very reassuring. What it does for me is it tells me I'm not lost. I'm not so strange that nobody gets me. And this is something I've been experiencing since I got on the plane to go to Japan. On the 10-hour trip to Japan, I broke out in hives, and I could feel them popping up. It was kind of sci-fi. It's just like you're normal, and then you're riding along in the plane, and then you get this surge of something happening on your skin. It's like, ah! And each place that a hive broke out, I itched like crazy, and anything touching my skin was fire. And I came back with hives again, and I asked myself the question. I looked at Louise Hay's symptoms. She's always a source for me. And that was fear, small fears showing up. Fears of, not that the house is going to be struck by a missile or that a forest fire is going to wipe me out, but just all of the things that I do as a ritual to make me feel like I'm okay. And this is the problem. The problem is it's now time for me to sit down and draw a fear map. Put the word fear in the center and start from birth and go back to everything I feared. Because I'm still carrying that. My body is saying it's time to look at this. It's time to not blithely push it down and not see it as part of your map of life. And so these fears that I have often had, fears of not being perfect, fears of not being loved, fears of being abandoned, fears that someone else will suddenly get angry with me and hurt me, physically or psychically. And all of this stuff is popping out again now. And I always know from my studies and from my obsessive seeking truth that it means that I'm strong enough now to look at those things. I'm strong enough to look at what I am fearing. And instead of just recklessly pushing myself into a situation that will cause me to feel terrified or lost or alone or unprotected, the best way to do it is in a controlled way. In other words, do a mind map. What is it I'm basically afraid of? And so that's where I came today. I had an interesting call with my doctor, the phone call that came yesterday, which caused me to so rudely walk away. And he said he has many of his patients who are having hives or rashes break out on their bodies now. And it's not from anything. They go to an allergist and they get all these tests, and no, they're not allergic to anything. What we're allergic to is the too much stress world. You know, how much stress can you take? I can only take this much. And your body will teach you. Your body will teach you. How much of a challenge can you take on right now? Because we have to keep in mind that part of the weight that we're carrying is the weight of the political situation, the falling in of the normal, the issue of our childhood trauma that we already have. And so for us to say to ourselves, you can take it. You can take all of this. We need to listen to our bodies. And so my body was saying, please pay attention. Don't take on a big stressful journey or do anything huge right now. Right now is the time to find joy. Right now is the time to hook up your hearing aids to Cake on your phone and walk dance to the music downtown, cash your check, and come back. And what happened for me was kind of a illumination of one of the problems that I've had all my life, and that is denying myself joy. I asked the question, does this serve my higher self? Does this elevate me? And something I've never plugged in, you think of technology, plug this in, it'll shine some light, is that having joy actually does make me stronger, does make me more secure on the face of the earth, does make me kinder, does make me more prone to be compassionate and loving to other people. And this comes from watching my parents pursue pleasure in a monstrously evil way that impacted me and my brother so negatively that it warped our sense of what was allowed. He was not as Puritan as I have been, but I was in a place where I ask, does this serve my higher self? Without understanding that walking downtown and back, listening to Cake and laughing out loud and enjoying that beautiful message coming into me was actually making me stronger. For me, stronger has always meant more Spartan, more suffering, more refusal to follow the herd, to be just like everyone else. And the thing I didn't get was my pleasure is part of my personality. I will never be like everyone else. It was really interesting to me the other day when I was talking to someone about my medical history, that kind of thing. And it was at the hospital before I went in for my CAT scan. The assistant that was getting me ready said, "So you're an anomaly." And I was like, "Yes." I said, "I've got to get a shirt. I need a shirt that says I'm an anomaly because my kidneys are reversed and my pancreas is deformed, but also I see the world differently than other people see. I have had the curse of being able to know what is going on with my clairvoyance, with my IQ, with my sense of an ancient one observing. And so I've always been an anomaly. But that doesn't mean I don't belong. That doesn't mean I don't fit in. That means that I need to learn to love myself as I am. I have gifts, I have visions, I have messages, I have understandings which are not normal. And embracing that is a process. So right now, where I am is I'm watching that the hives are breaking out. I'm watching, sometimes they're there and sometimes they're not. And so I have to come to the place where I interview my body and I say, what is it you need from me right now? And the body is saying, stop forcing yourself into a situation which is stressful. Where does that come from? That comes from lack. That comes from feeling like there's not enough time, there's not enough me, there's not enough energy. I have to be in a place where I'm feeling the opposition, where I'm feeling, going into battle, that sense that it has to be difficult. If it's pure, if it's meant to be, if it's a spiritual thing, I need to suffer. And I'm just getting adjusted to the understanding that no, it's learning to treat my existence with these moments of joy and peace and radiant light and feeling loved and supported that will grow my spirit. So that's what I have to say today. Please subscribe to my channel. I am what I call forthright. I'm always sharing what I'm going through. I'm not trying to appear some way or act or wear a mask. It's just, you are as you find me. And I will always be authentic, even if it kills me. So get a hold of me if you'd like a psychic reading, if you would like some coaching, if you would like some steadying as you go through this transition that we are now into and almost through. Yay! And I can help you. I am very successful as a life coach. My clients do well. And I am here for you if you want to get a hold of me. The other thing I want to say is thank you for stopping and watching my video. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate you.